still not sure about the schools. Well, good morning.
Yeah, wow, hello. Here we go. We're Friday. It is May the 21st. Welcome to First Local AM edition. We apologize. We were just talking about that 3-step plan that came out yesterday, which we will be discussing.
That's right.
After we hear from Mr. Kregers this morning, who, by the way, was on the prowl with that TikTok. He caught us off guard.
Well, because I think it was natural as we were reviewing the information about the steps to reopening the province. It, of course, led me to reminisce about my guilty pleasure and my permanent attachment to New Kids on the Block. So, of course, then we had to play step by step.
Clearly.
And I promise you that when I do get into the steps, I will not break into song. Okay, I can't promise that, but all right.
I'm totally going to. Anyway, so Craig comes in with the camera, the phone. And I'm like, doing my makeup?
Great.
No, abort mission. I didn't have makeup on. Anyway, yes, the Toronto Maple Leafs lost last night. And yes, I'm sure our wonderful U-Ride driver, Tony, is going to have a comment. So, Tony, I'm not talking to you this morning. Anyway, yeah, we don't want to talk about the Leaf game, but I guess we're going to talk about it later on. We've got COVID numbers. We got the 3-step plan that's coming. Step 1, we can have lots of fun. Well, and the Friends reunion, we're going to start back on that again, too. Got lots today.
Also have like a fantastic summary of night, like the okay, so the Canadian Screen Awards span 3 nights.
Yeah.
As we know, Schitt's Creek was a heavy hitter with the majority of the nominations, so I do have a summary. Nice. But of course, speaking of summary, the weather has been summery. Let's see if we're in for more.
Well, is it going to be as good as you yesterday? Because you were awesome doing the weather yesterday.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we'll have to let the viewers weigh in on that.
Okay, Craig, can you meet Heidi's expectations and her talents?
Challenge is laid.
I most certainly can, and I can also tell you that the videos will be on our Facebook page if you want to see what we have to put up with every single morning.
He can't do that.
On TV.
He's not going to do
what
that.
we have to put up with.
Anyway, we have a very summer-like day today. Summer's still a month away, believe it or not, but we have very much like summer-like weather for today. We'll take a look outside and I'll prove it to you. It's bright and sunny. Well, not so bright. There was a mix of sun and cloud, but we're seeing a lot of sun right now, and temperatures are very warm at 17 degrees. It's not going to take a lot to hit our forecast high of 28 degrees today. We do have a system out to our west. It's approaching slowly for our evening, but for today, we're just seeing a mix of sun and cloud. We'll take a look at the radar. I'll show you exactly where that system is. Are we going to the radar, Mike? Oh, no, we're not going to the radar. We're going to the 12-hour forecast, and here it is for your morning, a mix of sun and cloud. Temperature is very warm. For your afternoon, we're going to see those clouds thicken up a little bit, but temperatures are going to be still very warm at 28 degrees. And your evening, that's when we're going to start seeing maybe some thunderstorms roll in at temperatures at 23, and those are going to last overnight into our Saturday, but I'll get to that in the 3-day forecast coming up. Right now, let's send it back to the girls at the desk.
You already posted it.
Craig!
That is like a complete invasion of my privacy.
There are also, like you said, 200 and some odd views of this.
It's been up for 17 minutes.
And we did not know. Oh, he's gonna.
Okay, Craig.
All right.
Look out now.
Yeah,
okay,
I bet
now
he is
we have
smiling.
to get serious, even though I'm secretly dying a little bit. But anyway.
I wasn't wearing makeup.
Okay, well, I rocked into like a lip sync, so like let's not even. Okay. So anyway, in serious breaking news, there has been an outbreak declared at the Finnish rest home. Algoma Public Health is reporting this outbreak, which has been declared. Mano Kalakoti has confirmed COVID-19 in 1 staff and 3 residents. Algoma Public Health is working closely with the Ontario Finnish Rest Home Care Team to take further preventative actions to protect staff and residents and to support the care team in putting heightened infection prevention and control measures in place that will reduce the risk of further spread. So any family members, any staff, any essential visitors who have questions, please connect with the Ontario Finnish Rest Home at 705-945-9987.
Terribly sad. We were talking about this yesterday. My U-Ride driver, who's a Canadians fan, but just how upsetting it is for being in the elderly being in the home and just having to not able to see people, have people come in, go out, just being put into their rooms. You know, for their safety. Obviously, I understand that, but I feel so bad for them. We talk about our kids all the time, but I think the seniors are elderly.
Just as vulnerable in a different way,
100%,
right?
Yeah, and it's really sad.
So yeah.
Do you want to do some COVID numbers before I talk about what Ontario
I think so.
released
We'll
yesterday?
get that out of the way because,
Okay.
once again, the Band-Aid is moderate, not like the tiny little circular Band-Aid that my mom got. She got her vaccine yesterday.
Yes, she did.
But anyway, today we are reporting, Algoma Public Health is reporting 5 new cases of COVID-19, all from the Siouan area, with 6 more cases that have screened positive for the variants of concern. In addition, 2 more hospitalizations are being reported, 1 resident from Algoma and a 2nd resident from outside of Algoma. Through contact tracing, Algoma Public Health does notify all close contacts directly. So if you are not contacted by Algoma Health, then obviously you may consider yourself to be safe from risk of exposure to these 5 cases. So cases 378 through 382 are reported to be self-isolating. Cause of exposure for all 5 is listed as close contact. So Algoma regions with COVID-19 cases that have been reported in the past 10 days do include Sault Ste. Marie and area, Central and East Algoma, as well as Elliott Lake and area. Rolling totals to date, 141,426 tests have been administered, out of which we have confirmed 382 cases. 36 of those are considered to be active. Currently, 2 people in hospital with 1 non-Algoma resident also in hospital. Number of cases resolved at 346. And the cases that have screened positive for the variants of concern are up to 91.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, like we discussed yesterday, we did report that there'll probably be easing restrictions on recreation activities, and then going forward every couple of weeks, perhaps easing up restrictions should the numbers continue on a downward spiral, although yesterday they were up over 2,000. So the Ontario government, as you know, at 3 o'clock yesterday with the Chief Medical Officer of Health, released its roadmap to reopen, a 3-step plan, which Heidi will go over step 1, step 2, step 3 momentarily. But I'm just going to do a quick overview. In response to recent improvements to these indicators, Ontario will allow more outdoor recreational amenities to reopen with restrictions in place effective May 22nd, 2021 at 12:01 a.m. The province will remain in each step for at least 21 days to evaluate any impacts on key public health and health system indicators, which makes perfect sense. If at the end of the 21 days, the following vaccination thresholds have been met, along with positive trends in the other key public health and health system indicators, then the province will then move to step 2. And then step 3. The province-wide emergency break restrictions do remain in effect while the province assesses when it will be moving to step 1 of the roadmap, with the stay-at-home order expiring on June the 2nd.
Okay.
It was originally, my little guy said to me, it's May 20th, we can go back to school. I said, oh, didn't I tell you? During this time, the government will continue to work with stakeholders on reopening plans to ensure full awareness of when and how they can begin to safely reopen. A couple more little pieces that I want to talk about. Due to the continuing success of Ontario's vaccines, the rollout and the collective efforts of Ontarians in following public health and workplace measures effective May 22nd, the province will reopen the outdoor recreation amenities with restrictions in place. But you're going to go over the amenities, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go into the bulleted points of the specifics.
So at this time, with regards to school, publicly funded and private elementary and secondary schools will stay under the teacher-led remote virtual learning, which is our favorite. Heidi and I are very big fans of the virtual learning. Yes,
fantastic.
It's awesome.
Yep.
Data, anyways, and then from there they will assess the data and again take into consultation the Chief Medical Officer of Health for Ontario, as well as see which the downward trends, the upward trends we'll see. The government will continue to work with Public Health Measures Table, Public Health Ontario, and other public health and scientific experts, as I just said. So there's some quick facts there, but I'm not going to go into those. You ready for your New Kids on the Block debut?
Yeah, I think
Step
so.
one.
I think so.
You can have lots of fun.
So this is what will happen beyond, the marginal tiny restriction lifting that will happen this weekend with regards to outdoor amenities. So this is these are some bulleted points about what will be allowed and permitted under each stage of this reopening plan. Okay, so restrictions will lift based, as Colette was saying, on vaccination rates with at least 21 days between each stage. So throughout these stages, workplaces, public places will still need to abide by public health guidelines around masking, physical distancing, and capacity. But here we go, okay? So this is what is permitted under step 1. So this first stage kicks in, I think you said this, when at least 60% of adults have received at least 1 dose of the vaccine. So moving to this stage will also depend, again, on the health indicators, including case numbers and hospitalizations. The targeted date of the province moving to first stage in this moment is June 14th. So under step 1, we have gatherings of up to 10 people outdoors, outdoor dining with up to 4 people per table, outdoor fitness classes and sport training for up to 10 people, and reopening of swimming pools, splash pads, if 2 meters of physical distancing can be maintained. Essential retail can open up 25% capacity, selling all goods, and non-essential retail open up to 15% capacity. Outdoor religious services and ceremonies with 2 meters of space between people, horse racing and motor speedways without spectators, and outdoor horse riding. Ontario parks, campsites, campgrounds, and short-term rentals. So that'll be some good news for some people, because I know when that, particularly the camping, when that blow was dealt, it was very hard for some people to accept. So.
Yeah.
Step 2. So this takes effect if the province has vaccinated 70% of adults with 1 dose and 20% of adults with 2 doses. Will also depend, again, on public health and health system trends. So under step 2, the gatherings of up to 25 people outdoors and up to 5 people indoors. Outdoor dining with up to 6 people per table. Outdoor sports leagues, outdoor meetings and event spaces, outdoor performing arts and cinemas with capacity limits. Essential retail to open up to 50% capacity and non-essential retail to open up to 25% capacity. Personal care services with masks and capacity limits. Spectators at horse racing and speedways, outdoor tours with capacity limits, indoor religious services, ceremonies, 15% capacity, public libraries with capacity limits, outdoor water parks, outdoor amusement parks, fairs, rural exhibitions. And then step 3 is the list is small, because at that point things are...
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Well, good.
Yeah, I mean, you can review step 3 yourself, because that's still a little bit
42.
out there.
Yeah, we got a few weeks for that one.
Yeah, but it looks like it's trending in the right direction. I myself am optimistic. I feel good about this, which is why I bothered myself to read through the detailed points with you, because I think it's a good idea to have an idea. A good idea to have an idea. Yeah. It's always a good idea to have an idea.
It is.
I think that, being able to be specific about our collective common goal is important.
For sure. Well, thank you for that. Okay, so again, the fire services are still very busy, and there's a couple of stories that involve the fire services here in Sault Ste. Marie, but the one in front of me is to do with the early morning evacuation at the Quality Inn yesterday in the early morning hours of May the 20th. Mm-hmm. Quality Inn Hotel, located on Bay Street, was evacuated for a very brief time. A reader submitted a tip to Sue online about the emergency incident, and we were able to follow up with the hotel chain. They were wonderful. They contacted us back right away to Dan, and Dan put out that Choice Hotels Canada can confirm that emergency services were called to the property on the May 20th regarding reports of smoke. Guest safety is their primary concern in incidents like these, and an immediate evacuation was implemented. The smoke was caused by an elevator motor overheating, which set off the fire alarms. They can confirm that there was no fire, and that you continue to cooperate with the authorities. And they were there for quite some time fixing that elevator. So that's all it was. No need to panic.
Okay, well, Dan also has provided us some information that there was a fire on Wellington Street West. So last night at about 10 to 10, Sault Fire Services were called to a home in the 500 block of Wellington Street West. Upon arrival, heavy smoke could be seen coming from the home. Firefighters worked quickly to bring the flames under control. A witness did tell Sault Online that a grease fire had gotten out of control and everyone was able to get out of the home. A firefighter could be seen rescuing one cat. The witness said a total of one cat and one rat had been rescued, but 2 animals were still missing. Paramedics were called to the scene, although the extent the extent of the damages were unknown, so that obviously means that we have no word on estimates as to what the damage will total. Sault Fire Services remained on scene for approximately, for just over an hour. So we will continue to follow the story, and we encourage you to stay with Sault Online so that we can continue to bring you updates as they become available.
Thank you, Heidi, for that. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
What's your thing? Bugs. Everybody's gotta have a thing.
My thing's sound effects. Here's a T-Rex.
Nobody's good at everything. Everybody's good at something. What's your thing?
Just once in a while, at parties and stuff. If that's what your kid says, they'll probably also tell you that it's not a big deal. But that's no reason not to talk about it. You could tell them that you think that's a good thing and that you're really happy they don't use it that often. Then ask them why. Maybe deep down they know it's bad. They just need your help realizing it. From there, it should be pretty easy to drop off the hint that their brain is still growing and that they shouldn't smoke pot. At least not until they're older.
Visit drugfreekidscanada.org for more tools to help start the conversation.
Wow. College already?
Yeah. We gotta go.
I love you.
I love you too, Daddy. And thanks for everything.
Gratitude. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Morning with Colette and Heidi on Friday. The very best kind, the Friday, the first day of the long weekend. Ooh. And there will be some marginal lifting of tiny restrictions. So, right away you got to be kind of stoked. And we are about to talk about one Chris Sakochia, Chris Sky, as he is known in other circles. Chris Sky, whom did make or may not have made, he is alleged to have made an appearance here in the Sault with some people. However, like I said, it is alleged. It has yet to be confirmed. In this moment, though, the Toronto Police Service has arrested and charged a man after he allegedly threatened to shoot a member of the public and its elected officials. It is alleged that on Wednesday, May 12, 2021, a man threatened to shoot people several times over the phone. This threat was reported to Toronto Police Service in the early hours of Wednesday, May 19th, and the police opened an investigation. On the afternoon of Wednesday, May the 19th, officers attended an address in York Region to arrest the man. While officers were there, the man did get into his vehicle and drove away. Police attempted to block the vehicle and an officer got out of the car to approach the man. The man reversed and then drove directly at the officer, causing him to jump out of the way to avoid being hit. The man then sped away from the officer. So, On Thursday, May 20th, Chris Sokochia, also known as Chris Sky, 37 years of age, of York Region, turned himself in at the 53 Division. He has been criminally charged with 3 counts of utter death threat, assault peace officer with a weapon, dangerous operation of a conveyance. He is scheduled to appear at College Park Court today, actually yesterday, Thursday, May 20th in room 507. So the police obviously are still gathering information with regards to this, so anybody with said information is asked to contact police at 416-806-5300, or you can contact Crime Stoppers anonymously at 416-222-TIPS, which is 8477, or you can go online to 222tips.com, their Facebook, leave a tip page, text TOR and your message to crimes, capital letters, or download the free Crime Stoppers app. So, yeah.
Okay.
Lots of ways to provide information.
Okay. Thank you very much. A man was charged with impaired driving on May the 19th. Officers with Patrol Services charged 34-year-old Adam Lamoureux with impaired driving, alcohol, and drugs. At around 11:20 p.m., officers responded to a call of a vehicle stopped at the intersection of North Street and Northern Avenue, with the driver appearing to be sleeping. Upon arrival, officers observed the driver to be asleep behind the wheel. A subsequent search of the area found the accused to be in possession of approximately 1 gram of possession of 1 gram of a substance believed to be heroin. He completed a drug recognition evaluation and in which he performed poorly. He is charged with impaired driving, alcohol, and drugs, and he'll be in court on June 28th to face those charges.
Okay. Well, shall we plow on? Oh, you know what? Before we do anything else, I just wanted to bring everybody up to date. We did report that the police were seeking assistance in the location of one Stephen Smith. I am happy to report that Stephen Smith has been located safely and is no longer considered to be missing.
That's good news.
Why don't we take a flip over to the bridge and see what Perdita is doing with her tiny babies?
Okay. I wonder if we'll see the hubby today.
Well, I don't know. Oh,
well,
oh, look at the babies.
Oh, they're cute.
Come on, that doesn't feel like Perdita. That feels masculine to me.
Does it?
Yeah.
Did we name the little chickies? It does. Well, we thought that she was still sitting on 1 egg left, but I think she's coming near the time of her.
Yeah, well, 29 to 32 days, but I mean, also we started watching, well, like we don't know when the eggs exited her body.
That's true.
Exited her body.
That's true too. I believe yesterday you said shoot out, didn't you?
Squeeze out.
Okay, well,
You're
thank you.
Pass an egg, pass an egg. That's not coming out passively. Get it out of you.
Thank you. Well, I got another East Algoma OPP again. On May the 19th, members from East Algoma Detachment of the OPP were on patrol duties on Highway 108 in the city of Elliott Lake. Shortly before 8:30 p.m., police observed a car near Highway 108 and Eston Drive North with one of the 2 occupants not wearing a seatbelt, and as a result, a traffic stop was initiated. The officer spoke to the driver, who was unable to provide a driver's license, permit for the vehicle, or insurance. A query revealed the driver was wanted out of East Algoma Detachment for failing to attend court and prohibited from driving. The accused is scheduled to appear before the Ontario Court of Justice in Elliott Lake on July the 6th. The 54-year-old passenger who was from Elliott Lake was issued a provincial offense notice and charged with passenger failed to properly wearing a seatbelt.
Well, I'm going to keep us in East Algoma then. I will see that, and I'm going to bring you to, also in Elliott Lake.
Oh, what is
a hotbed of activity. On May 13th, shortly after 1:30 a.m., members from the East Algoma Detachment of the OPP responded to a taxi fare theft in the city of Elliott Lake. So investigation determined a customer was picked up on Beckett Boulevard and wanted to be driven to an address on Spruce Avenue where the person would return to Beckett Boulevard. The customer did not return to the taxi for the round trip and forfeited on the taxi fare of over $20. As a result, Alicia Lacasse, 31 years of age, was arrested on May 19th at 3:20 and charged with transportation fraud.
Really?
Contrary to Section 393 of the Criminal Code. Yeah, it's a serious thing. And the accused is scheduled to appear before the Ontario Court of Justice in Elliott Lake on July 6th. I mean, $20, like,
I don't really know what to say to that.
Well, I'm just going to say, like, you're going to put a blemish on your record. Like, is $20?
Oh, you want to make it a real blemish? Yeah.
I was going to say, like, is $20 the heat score you were going for? I'm not sure, but okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room, and that elephant wears a Toronto Maple Leaf jersey. I'm going to say it. I'm going to talk about it. The Maple Leafs captain, although, let's talk about John Tavares. And maybe that's why Montreal ended up winning the game. And that's the tactic they used in order to win the game. Sure. Maple Leafs captain John Tavares was taken off the ice on a stretcher, our captain, after a collision early in Toronto's first round playoff matchup against those teams.
What was the score when he got injured? Just curious.
The 30-year-old center crashed into Montreal's Ben Shiro 10-29 into the first period and was hit in the head by Corey Perry with his knee as he fell. Trainers and doctors from both teams rushed to the ice and attended to the veteran forward before he was taken away, encouraging him to stay on the ice as he struggled to get up. I don't know if you watched the game last night, but when Tavares was leaving the ice, he gave it a big thumbs up on the stretcher. He had... So Tavares, okay, here we go. And he had 56, we missed it, okay. He had 50 points, 10 goals, 31 assists, and 56 regular season games this year. Thursday's game kicks off the very first time my Toronto Maple Leafs has met that team in the playoffs since 1979.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But it's not over. Like, I mean, look, oh my God, I can't even watch. This is break. Oh my gosh,
she's passing out.
There's Dubas. Yeah, so I know, it's pretty significant loss for my team. And again, maybe that's the tactic of the Montreal Canadian players to do that in order to win.
Okay. Well, certainly hope that John Tavares has an uneventful recovery and is back on the ice, to support the Leafs in this momentous occasion.
Significant loss.
That's for sure. No, I'm being sincere.
I know. I'm serious, but it is a significant loss.
Can come across.
No, I didn't mean that. I just mean it's a significant loss even in that game.
Yeah,
regardless.
For sure. Okay, so. Let's maybe hop into, where are we at? It's about 8:27.
I can talk about Friends coming to Canada. As the other day we said it wasn't coming to Canada.
That's important because people are going to want to know that, because I did talk about it and I was squashed because, the voices in the other rooms were like, you can't get that channel in Canada.
Well, apparently we can. Friends, the reunion will be there for you in Canada. Canadian streaming service Crave says the highly anticipated HBO Max special will land exclusively on its platform day and date with the United States on May the 27th. The special is an unscripted homecoming with stars of the hit NBC. He looks terrible. Of the hit NBC sitcom, which aired from 94 to 2004 and followed 6 friends in New York. U.S. pop rock duo The Remembrance created the show's catchy theme song, I'll Be There For You. Original cast members Aniston, Cox, Kudrow, LeBlanc, Schwimmer, Ottawa Ray's Perry are all part of the reunion. In the special, they return to the comedy's original soundstage, which is stage 24 on the Warner Brothers studio lot in Burbank, Cali, to celebrate the beloved show. Aniston, Cox, Kudrow, LeBlanc, Perry, and Schwimmer also executive producers of the special.
Well, is it an episode or is it just like a reminiscence sort of where they sit around like?
I don't think it's a series. I think it's just a reunion show. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
I wasn't really going to watch it anyways. It doesn't really no skin off my back.
I was going to watch it, but I really thought it was going to be, an update on what the characters are doing. And I want to, but I get.
Oh, wow.
And it does look like some of them have had some alterations. I mean,
You
Courtney
think?
Cox has been well documented in terms, and I think she's even expressed some modicum of regret over
Oh, really?
things that she may have done, is alleged
Like,
to have
like
done.
Renee Zellweger, who changed her entire face. You can't even. Meg-
Jennifer Grey, like, you know, ladies, you're beautiful. You don't have
know.
to do that.
I know.
So,
Meg Ryan. Okay,
Wow.
well, we'll be right
Yeah.
back. Actually, what I'm going to tease out is the gold medal champion from Sault Ste. Marie, Jack Mateer. We're going to highlight a little bit of that video that's going to air at 7:05 Sports with Jacob Collette at 4 o'clock. We'll be right back.
Leonard Thompson, 13 years old, diabetes mellitus, 65 pounds.
Starve the child to let them live? The treatment's as cruel as the disease. It's a death sentence.
Dr. Banting.
This could be it.
He's the first to receive this trial.
But will it save him?
It's not pure enough.
So we try again. And again. And again.
Before the discovery of insulin, diabetes was a death sentence. Banting, Best, Collip, and McLeod's breakthrough has saved millions of lives. Leonard Thompson's was the first.
Welcome back to First Local AM Edition with Heidi and Colette on Friday, May the 21st. It is Friday. And Kim, I meant to answer your question yesterday. Baby Friday comes from my friends and I in Hamilton, where we're like, oh, it's Thursday, we can't wait till Friday. And then we decided, you know what, if we just call it a Baby Friday, we can go to the club tonight and we'll have a good time. And that's what we did. And then Baby Friday was born. So it's a Baby Friday.
There you go.
You can't say no to Thursday. You might say no to Thursday, but you can't say no to Baby Friday. Okay, so Jack Mateer is a local hero, a local amazing hockey player. His NHL draft is actually coming up at the end of July. He just won a gold medal at 17 years of age for our country in the IIHF U18 tournament that took place in Texas. We had the opportunity, we being Jacob and I, had the opportunity to sit down with Jack and get this exclusive interview. We're not going to show the whole thing because we want to save it for our sports show today at 7:05 Sports, which airs at 4 p.m. But we are going to share a little tidbit of Jack Mateer and his gold medal. Can't even imagine your emotions. But let's go back a little bit. So yes, you're in Ottawa. You do play for the 67. So how's that going? Obviously not too great considering we didn't have an OHL season for you this year. But what's the dynamic? Are you still in contact with the team as well?
Yeah. So we hold a weekly Zoom meeting every Wednesday. It actually just ended, but it was up until like early May we were doing it.
Okay.
And we just get on there and kind of chat and not do too much, but still keep in contact. So it's still good to keep in contact with them, even though we didn't have a season.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I'm going to start with this question. We'll go from there, and then Jake and I are going to blast you with extra questions. Okay, take us back to, tell us about the tryouts for Team Canada. What happened? When did that take place? And then we'll go about finding out how you were. And that is our local hero, Jack Mateer. Really so proud of him. He is one of my son's Connor's really good friend and the family. So it was really special to see Jack playing. As you remember, I was all, every time he touched the puck at that final game, I think my heart dropped. But he's awesome. And stay tuned at 7:05 Sports at 4 o'clock to hear that full interview. He talks about what it was like playing with this team that we just put together, and it was awesome. So anyways, Jack Mateer, 4 o'clock, over to you.
Well, I was going to say, he seems so composed. Like, imagine achieving something like that at the age of 17. I'd have been like an idiot. Like,
I know. I said that to him. I actually did mention that to him. I said, well, Jack, I don't know what to say here. I said, you must be used to the paparazzi coming after you because he conducted himself very well through the interview. Had great answers for everything. And so speaking of great answers, we should probably throw over to Craig one more time to find out what's going on with the weather today.
Thank you very much. Well, another hot and steamy day setting up for today. Temperatures around 28, going to feel closer to 31 degrees with the humidex. We'll show you what's going on for your morning. We're just going to see a mix of sun and cloud for most of our day today as we continue to pump in some warm air today. It's 17 degrees now. that's where we're starting with today. It's not going to take long to hit that 28 degrees later on today. We're watching this boundary setting up right now. That's going to hold off until late this afternoon into our evening. As that starts to slide in, we could even see some thunderstorm development later on tonight. This is what we look like temperature-wise. Very warm, 28 here in the Sault, 29 in Mackinac, 20 degrees in Thunder Bay. That rain is racing up this way, hitting Walla at 20 degrees, and thunderstorms in Timmins at 27 degrees. So very much summer-like temperatures right here. This is what we look like on the system map. Here's that high pressure system again. This was here last week, and now it's still here, but that's pumping up all this moisture and all this warm air, and that will continue for today. And again, this is drawn for later on today as that boundary sets in and we see the rain showers develop later on in our evening and maybe some thunderstorms overnight. This is what we look like for the next 3 days. For your day today, mix of sun and cloud. Again, those showers will roll in later on in the afternoon into our evening. Temperatures though 28 degrees, 22 degrees for your Saturday with a mix of sun and cloud. And then for Sunday, we do have a chance of showers rolling in for late day Sunday, but temperatures 16 degrees with the passage of that cold front. It's not a total washout though, because we do see temperatures rebounding for early next week. We'll touch on that in just a bit. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Well, thanks, Craig. Once again, I kind of missed what you said, but I'm just going to go ahead and say I don't need you anymore because now I do my own weather, so.
2 videos are now posted to Sue Online's Facebook page.
But the second one only really focuses on you, so.
Oh, have you seen it?
Oh.
It's bad.
Yeah, well.
Well, I mean, Craig came in, he's like, are you guys mad? First of all, no one in their right mind could ever be mad at Craig Huckerby. Absolutely not. He's just, no, we're not mad.
Mr.
We're just going to get
Permit.
even. Karma's a pain in the
right.
butt. Okay, social media time?
Yeah,
what do you
let's
think,
hop
sister?
into the social media here and see what's happening. We'll at least take our first foray into social media because sometimes people pop up afterwards.
Okay.
Oh, wait, we just had a hiccup. Hang on.
Little hiccup. Well,
everybody hold tight.
I was going to read one of your factoids. I'm just kidding.
If I don't get to you right away, just wait longer.
Just wait longer. Hey, Jim Carrey.
Thank you, Jim Carrey. Okay, Jim Whitty. Good morning, ladies, with a little smile.
Morning,
Good
Jim.
morning, Jim. Pauline from Echo Bay, TGIF. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Pauline.
Good morning.
I hope it's a fine day there in Echo Bay. I seem to think that you're on the water. Are you? Anyway, it'd be a beautiful day to be on the water. So good morning to you and happy long weekend. Margaret says good morning all. Good morning, Margaret. I hope you have a fantastic long weekend. Vaino Humalamaki, good morning. Good morning, Vaino. I hope that it's a fine day for you. Steve Child.
Uh-oh, I'm ready. Go.
HTSUHFAW. So that's all together.
F-A-W?
Yeah, HTSUHFAW.
Okay.
HAGWAE.
I already got a headache on this one. I scratched my head. We'll get back to you on that. We'll have to figure out this bumper stumper.
Wow. Yeah.
I'll do that while you continue on.
You just broke my brain on camera.
We saw the hamster stop running.
Wow. Yeah, no, the hamster, you said it.
Yeah,
it's Friday. It's a long weekend.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
What, did you just make smoke come out of my ear?
I just see it coming out of your ears right now.
That's okay. I'm going to figure out this bumper stumper. You go on with more social media.
Marilyn Trumbull says, good morning, beautiful ladies and everyone else. 4 exclamation points, as would be
Very
appropriate on the
nice.
Friday of a long weekend. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope the same for you. Very supportive viewer, thank you. 2 tulips, 2 kitty cats with the heart eyes, 2 cups of coffee, and a waving hand. Ashley, step 2. There's so much we can do. How relevant, how apt as we're discussing restrictions being lifted, right? So
if you go to the video posted by Craig, you'll see the New Kids on the Block.
And she says, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Ashley. Always happy to meet another NKOTB fan. Christine E. Cummings, good morning, with a smiley emoji. Good morning, Christine.
Morning.
Evelyn McColeman. Okay, I thought all nursing and retirement homes had their vaccine. Yeah, I admit I thought the same. And Terry Lynn Conningen also says the same.
Well,
so yeah.
Just to that point, are we sure that after you get one vaccination, your first dose, that you're not still susceptible to COVID-19?
That's a good point.
To some degree.
That's a good point.
So vaccinations might not really play a role into this.
I think you're right. I don't remember the exact percesentages, but I know it's not 100%.
It's the second dose in which that you receive a bigger, more serum of the vaccine than the first.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. That could be. I'm not suggesting that's the issue here. Please don't put words. I'm just. I do know that there has been reports of people having the first dose and still getting testing positive for COVID-19.
Okay, well, thanks for that. Yeah, so there you go. Anyway, we will continue to follow the story, obviously, so stay tuned and we'll bring you updates as they become available. Giselle, good Friday morning, everyone. We have a tabby cat, a little fox, a laughing emoji, 3 cups of coffee. I wish I had another one right now. 2 ice cream cones. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Same to you, Giselle.
Have a good weekend, Giselle.
Chip Whitty, where is the video Craig talked about? Craig responds, the videos in question will be up on our this is Kevin, on our Facebook page, Sue Online, on TV, Master Control.
Master Control.
Dares to call himself Master.
Oh, by the way, we're going to call on Master Control very shortly because today is Friday.
Dad joke, dad joke.
Yeah, get ready, Kevin.
Enica, good morning, everyone, and have a great Friday and a good weekend. All the way from the Netherlands, which makes the greeting extra special with a little toothy, grinny emoji, 2 cups of coffee, 2 cookies, and a nice little sunshine. Jim says thanks with a smile. Andrew's got one of those cute little dancing bear heads on a person.
Okay.
He says, happy Friday, ladies. Have a great weekend and stay safe.
Thank you.
With the smile. Tony,
I don't even. Oh, Tony, I can't even read. I can't look at him.
What a great start to the day weekend. Not only is it sunny with the sun coming up between the two Tratsalan, TGIF, but it's also Happy Habs Day. It's also my wife's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Ladies, have a great day weekend. Happy birthday, Tony's wife, Mrs. Mancuso, if that's what you choose to go by. I don't know your name, but we wish you a very sincere happy birthday.
Absolutely.
So close to your anniversary.
Yeah, that's right. They celebrated their anniversary. Listen, Tony, I appreciate you taking it easy on me. That was good. I thought he was going to, really give it to me about that game.
Well, you still have one more opportunity. We're back on at 1 o'clock. So, Tony, get your digs in.
Good point.
Marilyn Trumbull wishes happy birthday to your beautiful wife.
Oh, that's nice.
With a bouquet of flowers. Kimberly, good morning and happy Friday. My favorite emoji, followed by a sunshine, a bouquet of flowers, a glass of red wine.
Oh, nice.
Is that a chick? Oh, a Caesar, and a nice scenic little emoji such as you would probably see at a park.
Maybe Aspen's Caesar.
Maybe. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Joseph from Maker North, happy Friday. Have a great long weekend. You too, Joseph. I hope you have a great long weekend. And your parents pop up to say enjoy your weekend with the little, my favorite emoji.
I will FaceTime you later, Mumsy and Dadsy. Okay, so I'm still trying to figure out Steve Childs. I think it was, the last one's have a good weekend, all blah, blah, blah. The first one is, I hope today, I don't know, HTSUHPAW, right?
Yeah, that's
hope today, I don't know, you know what, we're going to get back to this, Steve. We're not giving up. We are bumper stumpers, as we stated with you yesterday.
We have until 1 o'clock. Don't you give it up. We have until 1 o'clock.
Yeah, remember yesterday when we found the new start? Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break, collect ourselves, try and figure out this bumper stumper. We'll be right back.
Do your part to help stop the spread of COVID-19. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Cough into your elbow, not into your hand or in the air. Avoid touching your face, eyes, and mouth. Keep your distance from people. Stay at least 6 feet away from others. If you're feeling sick, please, just stay home. Do the 5 and keep others alive. Help stop the spread of COVID-19.
Let's see. So, kidney is a. These are my grandpa's kidney stones. They're very precious. Kidney is a bone in your back that helps you turn. I don't know, to be honest.
They don't know kidneys are vital, do you? Get the facts at kidney.ca.
Welcome back to First Local. It is Friday morning, Friday, May 21st. You're with Heidi and Colette. Steve Childs has given up the bumper stumper.
Yes.
Which I think you made a mistake because you said you, but it should be why.
It's happy to see you having fun at work.
You know what? Well, I take that. We do have a lot of fun at work, don't we?
We do.
We'll get back to that video in a moment. But first of all, it's Friday, and we're calling on our in-house dad for today's dad joke. Come on in, Kevin.
Hi.
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 Why shouldn't you write with a broken pencil?
I don't know. Why shouldn't I write with a broken pencil?
It's pointless.
Oh, yeah, okay. Thanks,
Excellent.
Kevin.
Good.
Whoa, that's bad.
I have been neglecting my factoids.
All right, do not neglect.
So these ones are, all right, I guess. So May 21st, this date in 1950, a tornado passed over a chicken coop in Linslade, England, causing a sudden drop in pressure so severe that it plucked the feathers off the chickens. They survived. There we go.
Oh,
so that's
my goodness.
in case you ever wanted to see
the most ridiculous looking chicken. Poor little thing. He's naked.
He's totally naked. It almost looks, inappropriate.
I feel inappropriate watching. Look at him. Definitely shouldn't be doing that.
Somebody give that chicken its privacy. Somebody, who would take a picture?
I don't know. I can't wait to the next factoid. But before we get to some more news, we have told you about some videos shared this morning. Craig likes to TikTok. That's the new thing. So in response to that, we would like to put out this PSA. You got that, Mike? Okay. This is the wanted man for today. He is wanted. If you see this man, you let us know. We are going to teach him what karma is all about. And yes, I love this picture of Craig. I think it captures it beautifully. And let's all get Craig back for what he did to Heidi and Colette this morning. All right, let's get on to some news. The CRTC chairman, Ian Scott, says most Canadians agree they should pay less for their wireless and internet services. This is another hot topic. We've had this conversation before.
Yes.
But the head of Canada's federal telecommunications regulator says there's no way to get prices down quickly and keep them low. Well, that's why he's at the head, because he drives very nice cars and lives in very big homes.
That's right.
Scott says wireless and internet prices would go down in the short term if service providers just paid to use other companies' networks. But he says that business model is unprofitable in the longer term, with prices eventually going back up after resellers chasing ever low prices don't survive. Scott says Canada's policy prefers to have sustainable competition among wireless and internet companies with their own networks. He made the comments during a live virtual interview that was videocast by the Canadian Club of Toronto. There you go.
Like, who exactly wouldn't it be profitable for? Like, I mean, that's a pretty leading statement when they're talking about reducing the cost to the consumer.
Yeah, especially when it's the CRTC chairman.
Yeah, like, okay, well, everybody hold on a second. That wouldn't be profitable. Well,
I believe there's a board game about that called Monopoly. Anyway, over to you.
But certainly, lowering prices for internet and cell phone and all that would be sweet. Not as sweet as a chocolate bar, though. Chocolate bars are at risk. All right, yeah.
Good, I don't eat them.
Some workers at a chocolate bar factory, well, you cannot. If you could, you would.
I definitely would.
But workers at a chocolate bar factory are on strike and are trying to make a deal with Nestle. So the union, representing more than 470 striking workers at Nestle Canada Chocolate Bar Factory, says that it has reached a 3-year tentative agreement with the company. So Unifor Local 252 The workers have been on strike since May 1st. Now, this is the company that produces Kit Kat, Aero, and Coffee Crisp chocolate bars, as well as Smarties, okay, at the factory there in Toronto.
Oh, my goodness. Can't run out of Smarties.
That's hitting you where you hurt, because Aero is my favorite.
Oh, yeah,
it's
Aero,
my favorite.
yes. Once
And
upon
I
a
will
time.
tell you, I really like Kit Kat. Once upon a time, I bought a Kit Kat, and I'm not kidding you, there were no wafers in it. Somehow the wafers had not been inserted, so I just got like 4 fingers of the most delicious chocolate that is available to a human being.
I'll give you a little tidbit about an off-brand of Kit Kats that are even better, apparently, according to my parents and my children, from the dollar store, the Dollarama. They sell a purple chocolate bar purple wrapping chocolate bar cover. What's it called? And it's apparently better than the Kit Kat.
Wow!
Go try it. A lot cheaper.
So anyway, the union says that the deal includes improvements for contract employees, as well as wage increasements and improvements to the benefits package. The tentative deal was reached late Wednesday night, and Unifor says that the new contract will be voted on over the next 2 days.
Okay.
Pardon?
We're going to go to Craig right now for,
Oh, sorry. I got to stop doing that.
I know, you really, it's like she's losing it. Actually, I'm going to quickly do a quick story then, and then we'll throw to Craig. So just to update you on the what's going on in the Palestinians' claimed victory and ceasefire as Israel issues warning to Hamas. We have been following this closely, obviously. Palestinians rallied by the thousands this morning after a ceasefire took effect in the latest Gaza war, with many viewing it as a costly but clear victory for the Islamic militant group Hamas. Israel vowed to respond with a new level of force to any further hostilities. They have been they woke up to some more bombings yesterday. They were bombing infrastructure. It's been an ugly week. The 11-day war left more than 200 dead, the vast majority Palestinians, and brought widespread devastation to the already, and they're definitely in poverty over there. The infrastructure's in dire need of rebuilding before any of this happened. But the rocket barrages that brought life to a standstill much of Israel were seen by many Palestinians as a bold response to perceived Israeli abuses in Jerusalem, the emotional heart of the conflict. The truce faced an early test on Friday when tens of thousands of Palestinians attended weekly prayers at the mosque compound, part of a holy site in Jerusalem's Old City. By both Muslims and Jews. A couple of thousand joined a celebratory demonstration afterward, waving Palestinian and Hamas flags and cheering Hamas. We are now going to go over to Craig to see what he has to say for the weekend.
Hey, well, apparently I'm wanted for something.
You are wanted.
Maybe it's because of this.
No, come on. He's not doing that.
Are you playing it, Mike?
You're not going to do it.
Oh my!
You got the moves.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a song called "My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard," which I can assure you it does not. Yes, this yard is closed. There will no more.
You got the moves. I can't dance like that.
Oh my God.
Nor am I going to try to dance like that. Let's take a look at the radar, Mike, if you got that ready. There we go. So later on today, we're expecting all that green to slide over into the Sault area. But for the most part, we're going to see a mix of sun and clouding over later on this afternoon. We could see some thunderstorms develop this evening into the overnight, so that'll be fun. Let's take a look at the 12-hour forecast, and this is just a reminder of your day. 17 degrees right now, mix of sun and cloud. We're going to cloud over in the afternoon. Temperatures reaching 28, feeling like 31 with the humidex. And this evening, temperatures still toasty at 23 degrees as we cloud over and see some showers and thunderstorms develop. I'll take a look at the 7-day forecast coming up at 5 o'clock. I'll tell you, it's not looking all that bad. Right now, we'll send it back to Heidi and Colette.
I mean, it's on like Donkey Kong, Huckabee.
Uh-oh.
Anyway.
Okay, so I have been following. You're demanding the factoid.
Oh, because I really like this factoid.
Okay, so before I get to my update on the Canadian Screen Awards, because that's my bag. I mean, she's into the sports. I like to follow certain arts and entertainment things, which is what makes us a good combo. It's International Colette and Heidi Day.
Oh, that's right.
We did determine that earlier. I was unaware, and you can't actually celebrate it unless you are in fact paired somehow with a Heidi and a Colette. So there's a little bit of information for you. Today's date, May 21st, 1952, Lawrence Turreau was born, also known as Mr. T.
I pity the fool.
I pity the fool.
I love Mr.
Who doesn't
T
wish me a happy
so
birthday?
much. B.A. Baracus.
Yeah,
B.A. Baracus.
so he's an American actor. He is a wrestler. He is a bodyguard and a bouncer. I pity the fool. He won the TV game show America's Toughest Bouncer in 1980 and was Hulk Hogan's tag team partner at the World Wrestling Federation's first WrestleMania in 1985.
Yes, he was. Hulk Hogan.
He won, which he won. Now, as far as TV goes, B.A. Baracus in the A-Team, which did air from 1983 to 87. He also appeared in Rocky III in 1982 as Clubber Lang, whom Rocky did defeat.
Yeah, but don't worry about that. Let's talk about B.A. Baracus. They also have to he wouldn't fly anywhere in the helicopter. They had to put him out. I love Mr. T. And my parents met Mr. T at one time as well. I mean,
Is that
you
right?
have that picture. Why don't you send it in? We'll show it at 1 o'clock. And they also tell me that those Kit Kat wannabe chocolate bars are called For Fun. So go to the Dollarama and buy them for fun. Okay.
Yes.
B.A. Baracus.
B.A. Baracus. For some reason, I thought B.A. Baracus was a different character, like the leader of the A-Team.
Well, I mean, they were all leaders. All right. Let's talk about your Screen Actors Guild Awards.
Oh, thank you. Going to indulge me for a moment. All right. Well, let's get into it then. So as we had been, so there are a lot of different, there are many shows that did receive nominations, but obviously I'm going to hit on Schitt's Creek because it is one of my favorite, and it is definitely now being touted as the little show that could, because it has cleaned up awards in the States, in Canada, again and again and again. So they did not disappoint. The Schitt's Creek saga once again came to a fittingly triumphant conclusion on home soil, with the hit CBC sitcom's final season emerging as this year's top Canadian Screen Awards winner. This is significant because the show did end its final and 6th season last year.
Yes.
So the Riches to Rags story nabbed a total of 8 trophies during the week of virtual Canadian Screen Awards, the final major award show for the series after a year filled with international accolades, as Moira would say. Schitt's Creek won the Best Comedy Series and a lead actress honor for Catherine O'Hara.
Oh,
congratulations on Thursday after getting 6 awards the previous night, including a writing nod for Toronto-raised co-creator and star Dan Levy.
Which is Eugene Levy's son.
Yes.
So you know,
yes. And Twyla is the daughter.
Yes,
Dan Levy's sister. So yes. So in other CSA wins, Emily Hampshire for Best Supporting Actress and a directing trophy for Levy and Andrew Cividino. The widely beloved Ontario shot show, which aired on Pop TV in the United States and then streamed on Netflix internationally, was the leading contender going into the CSAs this year with 21 nominations. Wow, I almost feel like I'm reporting news.
You are reporting.
Okay.
Entertainment.
No, I meant sports. That's what I was like, okay, so.
Oh, no.
So they did really well, and
they did awesome, and it's a great show. If you haven't watched it,
it is a great show.
You go watch that.
It's like visiting with friends for me. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay, all right.
I want to just take a quick. If you have a story,
I do. I just wanted to talk about the AstraZeneca because that is still a contentious issue because there's a lot of impatience around that right now. Their lack of clarity as they're ticking near to the time where we can't use all of those vaccines. So several provinces have stopped giving the COVID-19 shot over concerns of rare fatal blood clots, as we have reported in the news. Health authorities were still trying to decide whether to resume its use if using different vaccines for a second shot. They were going to mix the shots. So if you had the Moderna first, could you take the AstraZeneca second? Vice versa. Justin Bates is head of the Ontario Pharmacists Association, said an announcement that had been expected on Thursday would now likely happen in the coming days to let us know what they're going to do with this overload of AstraZeneca. So stay tuned for that.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing I did reach back into the void because people have been there kind of swimming
You've
around.
got 1 minute and Mike has got a stern
helplessly
voice.
like chum in the ocean. Okay. Steph, our original Friday girl, pops up to say happy Friday. Happy birthday, Steph. Nice to hear from you. Jim, what's the best way to watch a fly fishing tournament?
I don't know, Jim. What's the best way to watch a fly fishing tournament?
Live stream.
Live stream. Lovely, Jim.
Merci beaucoup says happy birthday, Pam. Is that Tony's wife?
That's Tony's wife. So yes, happy birthday, Pam.
Happy
and
birthday,
thank you,
Pam.
Merci, for that. That's
yeah,
so nice
and
of
she
you.
says, in TGIF, ladies, always with the gratitude hands. I love that. The purple heart and a celebration cone.
Way to go. Have a good
Merci
weekend.
beaucoup. P.S. Payback was hilarious. Inika, we like O. Henry chocolate bars.
Yes,
good. Yeah, I mean, O.
absolutely.
Henry always makes a strong showing. It's not one that I would ever buy, but I don't turn it away if it's offered.
Well, I can't have it, so I don't think anybody else should. We will be back at 1 o'clock. Come back and join us and have a great Friday. We'll see you at 1.